Please welcome to the program, Mercedes Morris.
Hello, hello.
How's it going, Mercedes?
I'm well. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
So I watched all of the season of SkyMed, of course. Fantastic, medevac in northern Manitoba. And I had no idea just how racy the lives of pilots and nurses get up there in that small little town.
Hey, when it's cold in Winnipeg, you got to stay warm.
Yeah.
I'm silly.
No, totally. Of course, you play Lexi, who's like a pilot that's just finally getting their big break at the hangar, right?
Yes. So, she started as, I guess, someone who just does like the line and dock, checking people in, packing the boxes, making sure everyone's got all their stuff. But her dream has always been to be a pilot. And I'm really excited that she gets to go on this interesting journey of fulfilling her, her purpose.
Definitely.
Yeah. And on to that point, Mercedes, I'm assuming you don't fly like yourself as a pilot. I'm assuming you're not a pilot.
I don't, but after playing this character, I've developed this really unique love for flying, and I'm interested in getting my pilot license.
I heard that
I'm gonna get there.
Yeah, I heard that you actually now, when you're on planes, you can tell when the pilot is doing a good job or not.
I can, and I can tell. I'm like, okay, he just put down the landing brakes. Okay, that's the flaps. He just turned that down. Okay, he's powering down a little bit. Like I can feel the plane. It's like I'm one with the plane,
Didn't you predict a pilot was coming in too fast, and sure enough, he had to change his landing?
Listen, he had to abort the landing, and I knew it too. I said it out loud. I was like, he's going in too fast. He got to dirty up. And then they had to circle around and do it again. And I was like, you need to put me in the pilot seat because I can do this.
I mean,
I hope that you get invited to cockpits more after this.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Listen, I invite myself. Every plane that I've been on since we've wrapped SkyMed, I've introduced myself to the pilots. I've introduced myself to the flight attendants, and I'm like, hey, July 10th, SkyMed, check us out. Self-promo. I have not a care in the world. Like, I love it. Sharing is caring. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, no, I was curious about that because I used to, like, when I was young, I wanted to be a pilot.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got to go up in a Cessna, like a small, like 4-seater, and I'm not a pilot. So that's the long and the short version of that story. I am not a pilot, and because I don't do well on ladders. So I discovered early, for me, that's not. I like to fly. I like to be the passenger.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, so I like. Yeah, well, see, and that's what I was getting. I was getting that says he's like, oh no, you want to be in charge of it. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a lot of work though to be a pilot, eh? Like you got to put in a lot of hours, a lot of training.
You do have to put in a lot of hours. There's so many knobs and flicks and fuses and but I think it's worth it. One day I'll be super rich and have a private jet, and me and my partner can just take off to our private island, me flying. Like, doesn't it just sound awesome?
It does sound awesome. Hey, our technical producer, Yuri, he's actually a pilot. Yuri, is it like that? Do you just like get away when you want to get away?
Well, I used to, but now it's I'm just for work, right?
Right, of course,
yeah.
Of course. Yeah. Oh my God.
It's a little bit of bragging rights too, though, right?
Wow.
Well, yeah, I guess, but I've been flying since '91, so
wow.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, like I was just saying, like, so did you take any kind of like, like acting flying school? Like, did they kind of walk you through like some stuff, or was it just, you just acting?
Well, I did a lot of my own research, but
okay.
One of the main characters, Chopper, is actually based on our showrunner's brother. And actually, her brother-in-law and her sister who met while they were actually medevacs, right?
Oh,
so
nice.
This whole show is really inspired by, yes, their line of work, their career, but also their beautiful romance.
Wow, so that already tells me for further seasons that things are going to work out for Chopper and Emma then. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good.
Well, I mean, Lexi needs a little bit of, well, now that, like no spoilers, guys.
No, of course. But I will say that
Lexi, maybe one day she'll be able to focus less on flying and, find some love in her life.
Yeah, but unfortunately right now she doesn't even get to focus as much as she wants to on flying because she's always being stuck in a position where she has to keep somebody's secret.
Yeah, it's very true. I mean, she's a good friend though. She's loyal and she's hardworking. She has integrity. I think that's a great word to describe Lexi. Mm-hmm. She has integrity, so
definitely
reminds me of myself, how like focused and career driven we are and how genuine and like open we really try to be with everyone.
Yeah.
Totally. So what was it like, going to do this though? Like, it's a huge crew, right? Mm-hmm. And cast, like there's a lot of people involved in this, what was that like? Cause there's a lot of stories to be juggled and there's a lot of personalities, a lot of people that you're working with.
Well, interestingly enough, on our very first week, we all bonded, all of the cast. We shared like, why did you get into acting? What's your love and your passion? And we had all of these really touching stories. And long story short, I think it really prepared us for the type of chemistry and close quarters that we ended up working in for the rest of the season. We actually all lived in the same condo for 6 months while we shot SkyMed. So it's a family affair. I'll put it that way.
Definitely. Oh my God. Now, of course, when it comes to the bulk of the show, a lot of your scenes are with Thomas Elms, who plays Novak, who I will say this is like seeing this previous stuff that Thomas has played. This is very much against type of what he usually does, very out of character for him. So what was it like? What was it like building that dynamic with him?
In real life, if you know Thomas, he is just this bubbly, free spirit. Like he's such a joy to be around. So his character was a bit more grounded and, ice cold, like a little, I don't know how stoic. Perfect. Thank you. But I think, again, the bond that we developed outside, we were able to find like little moments that highlighted our friendship. Like sometimes in the show, we have this little cute fist bump that him and I talked about and we developed. And as the season went on, it was just natural. They were just, fist bump after fist bump because we were building our own history and backstory as besties. He's a blast, and I can't wait for people to see more of their friendship because, they're good people. And it's lovely to have a friendship between a male and a female, and there's, nothing sexual involved. It's exciting work for me.
Yeah, it's something you always see in television that they always have it like it's like heaven forbid that a man and a woman actually like be friends with each other without like, all the other complications that go along with it.
Yeah. So I'm grateful that Lexi passes the Brechtel test. Her scenes and her purpose isn't only fueled by a man. She has her own destiny, her own purpose and focus. And yeah, I'm really, really excited that I can provide that representation.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Now, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, because it's like right even from the get-go, like you see that with her, like, as we're talking about with her drive and everything, like with her goals at the company, right? Like it isn't just to be who she is in that first episode. It's about getting that seat, getting up and getting in the air and doing all those things. And that's
becoming a captain one day. She's actually been flying since she was 14. She's been fueling planes with her dad since before she could walk. So don't mess with Lexi when it comes to planes, okay? She's got it down pat.
No, yeah, definitely. Lexi's got the drive, kind of very much like you. Of course, you multiple disciplines in the world of entertainment and art. And of course, you're also a singer. You've got a few singles out. We actually came out a commercial playing one of your songs. And
I'm honored.
And so how have things been going in the realm of putting together your R&B hip hop career?
You know, interestingly enough, it's when COVID hit and things kind of slowed down in the acting world that I had more time to work on my music. I have an EP that I'm working on, so look out for a few more singles from me, and then a lovely project that kind of just encompasses everything. What I love is that I never limit myself. One of my singles, like I'm straight on, like I'm rapping, like I'm a rapper, And the other one, it's like, it'll be a love song or a ballad. And then the next one, it's just like cool R&B flavor. So I feel like in the acting world, I'm a chameleon, and I will say the same thing for music. I love trying different styles and really pushing the boundaries.
Yeah, that's
keep
great.
it nice
Not to
and
let
fresh.
a genre, no genre to define you. Yeah, totally keep it fresh.
Not at all. So it's been fun. More music. I have a few projects that I've been working on acting wise that have been keeping me busy too. So, Slasher season 5, I'm really excited to be joining that again.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I remember. What was it? Was it Slasher season 3 that you were last in?
Yeah.
Yeah. Slasher Solstice. You were very intense in those final episodes, definitely.
It was a blast. And if I could do it again, I would do it again.
Oh, man.
So I've been keeping busy with the acting, but please, everyone, stay tuned. Follow me on social media. I am the #2 fancy _, or you can just search Mercedes Morris, right? And stay tuned for more music, more shows, more everything.
That's good. That's good. Now, of course, the show dropped on Paramount Plus and CBC Gem on the 10th, as you mentioned. So we've had a couple of weeks out there. What has the response been on the socials for you?
Oh, it's been great. I think people are really excited to see Canada in a different light. The Indigenous representation, it's something that actually drew me to the show. And I was really excited to explore that because it's not something you always see enough of on television. So I think everyone is really connecting with the Indigenous representation, having a young Black female pilot, again, more representation, even something as simple as me wearing my hair. I've gotten a few tweets about, I love that Lexi's just like embracing her curls, her natural hair. And I was like, yes, because I had a talk with the showrunner about that. So I'm grateful that people see that and appreciate it,
Yeah, that was something as I was watching that struck me. It was like, as you mentioned, is like seeing the representation, and like one of those things was, as is mentioning, is about with the Indigenous point of view, is that like they're actually talking in the language, and it being subtitled instead of what we have traditionally seen before, where they just would speak English and just go there. It was like it's those little touches, as you said, like someone recognizing that you're wearing your hair more naturally. This is what matters to a lot of people.
It feels good to be seen, to be appreciated, to be valued, to be loved, all of those things. So I would say it's good vibes all around.
Definitely. Yeah. And of course, they say that life is nuance. And so getting those nuances in the show, that makes it very authentic. That's fantastic.
Yes, for sure. I'm excited. They're in the development room for season 2. So I think that the writer's room is also appreciating all the feedback and, what were some things that we maybe missed, or what were some things that really were successful, and let's like hone in even more on that. So fingers crossed for season 2. Everyone, make sure you go check it out. Tell a friend to tell a friend, because SkyMed, it's where it's at.
And of course, it also has one of our national treasures, Aaron Ashmore, on the show as Weezer, who kind of is the elder statesman of the pilots. Was Aaron kind of like the elder statesman of the actors there?
Weezer he's like, pardon me, Aaron is like my big bro. Yeah. Like, he's like everyone's big bro, and that's exactly how he comes across as Weezer in the show. So shout out to Lisa Parison for some great casting.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I gotta say. It's amazing. This entire cast is great. You guys all work well together, and it's great to see Praneet a killer, killing it there. And it's such a great cast across the board. Really enjoyed the show, and I'm really looking forward to the next season. Hopefully we haven't gotten an announcement yet, have we?
We haven't got an official announcement, but I feel like things are looking good. You know, I'm more of an optimist than a pessimist. So
definitely. Yes.
That's the way to do
always
it.
Positive. Yes, definitely. Very much. Now, of course, outside of, your entertainment exploits, you're also helping with the community in various ways with the Scarborough Shooting Stars, and also mentoring young actors through your former college's U of T, Sheridan. So giving back to the community in these ways, is that something that's extremely important to you?
Oh, it's very near and dear to my heart, because there were a number of mentors that I was fortunate enough to connect with growing up. And I feel like it really helped shape my career and my focus. Sometimes you have to see it to believe it, to achieve it, right? And often in, my community, say of Malvern, for example, a lot of the youth there are exceptionally talented, but they don't know about some of the opportunities available to them. So I literally have to bring in my course. I do like pre-improv classes with some youth in my community, just to show them other things that are out there. They might be the next Denzel, and they wouldn't know if they hadn't taken that one class and been able to explore their passion. The Scarborough Shooting Stars, again, there's so much positivity in our community that whatever I can do to highlight that and shed a positive light on what we have to offer, that's what I do.
See, that's awesome. That's awesome, because not everybody does that. It's great that you're giving back to the community. I'm just like, have you had any experiences that you can talk about that where it's like you've seen somebody kind of that light turns on?
Even something as simple as I've been a camp counselor and a camp coordinator for like 7+ years. And a few months ago, I was unable to fulfill an engagement, a singing engagement. And I remembered one of my little campers who I've been mentoring here and there over the years. So I reached out to her about the opportunity, and she slayed it. She absolutely killed it. So sometimes, you have to raise people up, give them opportunities, put them on a pedestal, believe in them, and now I just see more and more of her going out there, doing more performances, even something as simple as me encouraging children in elementary school to then look into an arts high school, because they're like, oh, wait, I'm actually pretty good at this. What if I focus in on this passion and then see where it goes? So yeah, I'm just always trying to uplift people, because I know how important it is to feel that love, to feel seen. So
that's awesome.
Me. That's me.
Awesome.
Mercedes Morris. I am acting, music, and motivation.
Well, I gotta say, your positivity is infectious. That's just you're a golden ray of sunshine. And of course, with all the different work you do in entertainment, you're very much a throwback to the triple threats of the 1940s. So,
hey.
Oh man, it's been great talking with you. Definitely.
A pleasure. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And thank you, everyone, for listening.
Thanks,
all right.
Mercedes.
Thanks a lot. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.